In this video, I'm going to show you how to texture in GIMP in two easy ways by applying a texture overlay to an image or text, and by generating a texture from scratch using built-in filters. This is perfect if you want to make your designs look more realistic, more gritty, more vintage, or just a lot more interesting. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more GIMP tutorials like this one. Alright, let's jump into it. First, let's cover the fastest method, which is applying a texture overlay over a photo or text. This is the easiest way to add things like grain, dust, scratches, paper texture, or a worn look to your artwork. Start by opening your main image in GIMP. Then go up to File and choose Open as Layers. This is important because instead of replacing your image, it adds the texture as a separate layer on top of it. Now browse for the texture image you want to use, select it, and open it. Once the texture appears in your project, you'll usually need to resize it. Select the Scale tool by pressing Shift+S, then click on the texture layer and drag it so it covers your entire canvas. You want the texture to fully cover the subject underneath, whether that's a photo, text, or a graphic design. After that, head over to the Layers panel and look for the Mode dropdown. By default, it will usually be set to Normal, but this is where the magic happens. Try different blend modes depending on the effect you want. If you want a subtle textured look with more depth, try Overlay or Soft Light. These are great for photos because they keep the original image visible while adding a natural, gritty finish. If you're adding texture to white text, bright objects, or light graphics, Multiply is often the best choice because it darkens the layer and lets the texture show through more strongly. If you're working with a dark background and want to add something like light dust, scratches, or bokeh, then Screen can work really well because it helps lighter parts of the texture stand out. You can also experiment with other modes like Dodge, Burn, or Grain Merge depending on the style you want, but Overlay, Multiply, and Screen are the main ones to start with. Next, adjust the opacity slider in the Layers panel. This is one of the most important steps because it controls how strong the texture effect looks. If the texture is too heavy, lower the opacity until it feels more natural. If it's too soft, raise it a little. The goal is to blend it in so it enhances the design instead of overpowering it. If needed, you can also move the texture around, crop it, or duplicate it for a stronger effect. And if you want the texture only on a specific object or text area, you can use a layer mask or erase parts of the texture layer to make it fit better. Now let's move on to the second method, which is generating a texture from scratch inside GIMP. This is great if you want a custom surface like stone, paper, brushed metal, clouds, or a more abstract background. Start by going to File, then New, and create a square canvas. A size like 1024 by 1024 pixels is a good starting point because it gives you enough detail to work with while still being easy to manage. After your blank canvas is created, fill it with a mid-tone gray or another base color. A neutral gray works especially well for texture creation because it gives you a balanced starting point. Now go to Filters, then Noise, and choose Noisify or Scatter RGB if you want a grainy, uneven surface. These filters are great for making matte textures, rough paper, or weathered effects. After applying the filter, you'll usually want to fine-tune the amount until the texture has the right amount of detail. If you want something more organic, like clouds, marble, stone, or paper texture, go to Filters, then Render, then Noise, and choose Plasma or Solid Noise. These built-in procedural filters can create really interesting results very quickly. Play with the settings until you get a pattern you like. Once you have your base texture, you can make it more useful by adding another layer above it. Fill that top layer with your design's base color, then change the blend mode of the noise layer to Grain Extract or Value. This can reveal more depth and give the texture a more realistic dimensional look. At this point, you can continue refining the result by adjusting opacity, adding contrast, or duplicating layers to strengthen the effect. You can also combine multiple texture layers together for a more advanced finish. And that's really the core of texturing in GIMP. You can either bring in a texture image and blend it into your design, or you can build your own custom texture using filters and noise effects. Both methods are useful, and once you get comfortable with them, you can create everything from subtle paper grain to heavy distressed artwork. If this video helped you learn how to texture in GIMP, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you want more beginner-friendly GIMP tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.